Hey, you got a minute? I need to talk to you.
Sure, what's up? Are you on lunch break now?
Yeah, I have a few minutes and this is important.
I don't usually hear from you at lunch. Everything okay? What's going on?
You know that Miriam is pregnant, right?
Of course, how could I forget? Last time I saw her, she was talking about being a single mother and how she was going to give it her all and be the best mom ever. She's still young, but she has her head on straight for a girl her age. Good for her. She must be just about into her third trimester by now, isn't she?
That's right. She's coming up on her 7th month now.
Is everything okay with her? She hasn't gotten any worrisome news, has she? She's not in danger of premature labor or anything, right?
No, that's not the issue. Everything is fine with both her and the baby.
Oh, so both she and the baby are safe and in good health. Oh, that's fantastic to hear.
Yeah, there's no problem there. Everything is fine.
Phew, that's good. Then what's going on? Fill me in.
Well, it sounds like she's planning to come back home and have the baby here.
Oh, really? Wait, does that mean... You mean she's gonna come back and have the baby here at your folks' place?
Yep, that's her plan, she says. It sounds like she's made up her mind about it, too.
She's decided to do that even though we're staying here with your mom right now?
Yep, she knows all of that, of course.
Wow. Okay, hang on. Let me process this. Has everyone forgotten the reason we're staying here with your mom in the first place? We're here to take care of her because she has dementia and she basically can't do anything for herself.
Yeah, of course I know that, and I haven't forgotten. Why do you ask?
I'm asking because now Miriam's planning to come back and have the baby here anyway, even knowing your mom's condition and everything.
Yeah, well, this is Miriam's home as much as it is mine, so she has as much right to come and stay here as I do.
I guess when you said she's coming home to have the baby, you meant... I don't know, actually. But wait. Am I supposed to be the one who takes care of her through all that, too? Are you all expecting me to be the caregiver for Miriam and her baby, in addition to already taking care of your mom full-time? Because my hands are already really full with her and with all the other household stuff that needs to be done around here, you know? I don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to work when I have a pregnant Miriam to take care of too. And then her baby.
But you always do such an awesome job with everything at home. I mean, you're a total star. You'll do just fine, even with Miriam around. No problem. I have complete confidence in your abilities.
But there is a problem here, trust me. And the problem is that I'm only human. I don't think you know how much I'm dealing with every day already.
Oh, there's no need for melodrama or overstatement. We all know that you're pretty busy.
Huh? Pretty busy doesn't even begin to cover it. You aren't around all day, so you have no idea what I'm dealing with.
Come on, you can handle one more person around. That's nothing.
No. You just don't get it. I need to make you understand this right now, Dan. Taking care of Miriam and her baby in addition to your mom is just too much. I cannot handle all that by myself.
But it's not like taking care of my mom is that tough, right? I mean, she's pretty low maintenance, right?
Ugh, like I said, you have no idea what I do for her. That's because you're at work all day and you just don't see everything that I'm dealing with and doing for her.
Yeah, it really doesn't look that tough to me, to be honest.
I'm the one keeping this house clean and tidy, you know? All of this is me, every day. I'm doing all of the house cleaning when the nurses are here during the day, and that's because there's no other time when I can do it. Your mom needs constant care.
Okay, I get it. That's enough said. You have a lot of stuff to do.
Oh no, that's not all. Not even close. You need to hear all this.
Oh, what else then? Please enlighten me, Professor.
Because of her dementia, she can't tell the difference between basic things anymore, and her motor skills aren't great. And that means that when she eats, I have to make sure she doesn't make a mess or even hurt herself with her utensils or burn herself with food that's too hot. She can get upset, lose her temper really easily too. It's like dealing with a temperamental toddler. Plus, she forgets things that happened just a little while ago. And by a while ago, I mean a few minutes ago. And it's really difficult to even just communicate with her a lot of the time because her brain just doesn't work the way that it used to, you know? So like I said, my hands are full with her and there's plenty of other stuff too.
You know, that really doesn't sound so tough to me. That stuff all sounds pretty manageable, to be honest. Maybe you're overstating things a bit.
Not at all. Trust me, you don't even know.
If she's making a mess when she eats, put a bib on her. Seems pretty straightforward to me. If she loses her temper or gets agitated, she can't be that hard to manage. She's old and weak. How much trouble can she cause? As for the rest of it, it seems like if you just go along to get along, things will go smoothly.
No, you really have no idea how hard it is to take care of her. I mean, you can't even imagine what goes on when I have to bathe her or she uses the toilet.
Just put her in diapers then. Stop making things harder than they need to be, for goodness sakes. The nurses are supposed to be the ones bathing her anyway, right?
A diaper? It's not that easy. You know, even with dementia, have some sense of self-respect. Plus, she's not bedridden. She can move and walk. It's just not right to put her in a diaper 24 hours a day when she's physically able to use the toilet.
Why not? It would save both you and her a lot of effort, wouldn't it?
I don't think you're really understanding your mother's condition and what needs to be done for her. See, it's like this. If she doesn't do the things for herself that she's still able to do, her dementia is only going to get worse.
If it gets to that point, we should just put her in a facility. Easy peasy.
If that's really how you feel, I'll start looking into nursing homes right away because, like I said, me taking care of both her and your sister and her baby isn't gonna happen.
No, we're not at that point yet. Not as far as I'm concerned. You're still able to handle taking care of her, and a nursing home would be a waste of money right now. Don't get lazy on me now, babe.
What? No, I know you didn't just call me lazy. You need to take that back right now. You've got no good reason to say that to me. None.
At any rate, Miriam is coming to have the baby and stay with us, so you need to get used to the idea.
Fine, but I'm telling you right now that I will not be able to take care of her when she's here. It's just not possible unless some things change in a big way.
Don't worry about it. Nobody's expecting you to wait on her hand and foot.
Alrighty then, as long as everyone is understanding each other. When she's here, I won't be doing anything for her outside of the usual stuff and common courtesy.
Okay, whatever you say, boss.
Hey, where are you? Aren't you on a break right now? Answer my call. We need to talk.
What do you want? Calm down.
Miriam's here. She just got here.
Oh, good, she made it. I was worried about her and the trip.
Yeah, she's here safe and sound, but listen, she told me to get out of the house.
What? She actually did it? Wow, I thought she was kidding. Just what I said. She kicked you out. She said she would, but I thought she was just angry and venting. So you should just do what she says.
Excuse me? Do what she says? Get kicked out on the street?
Hey, you said you wouldn't do anything for her after she comes, right?
Yes, that's what I said. What of it? I told you my reasons for that.
Well, as far as Miriam is concerned, that means that you serve no purpose in the house and you shouldn't be there. And she doesn't feel at ease having someone there who doesn't serve any purpose. So, it's better if you move out. I agree with her on all of this.
I serve no purpose. On what planet are the two of you living?
That's right, things have changed.
So, you don't want me taking care of your mother anymore. Like I said, you have no idea what you're getting yourselves into without me taking care of her.
Yeah, we decided to put her in a nursing home after all, so your services aren't needed anymore.
And who are you planning to have take care of Miriam?
I can handle it after I come home from work. It won't be so hard.
Oh, you think so? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm good. I can handle it.
Okay then. So you want me to move out and get my own place. Is that it?
No, I think getting a divorce is a better choice for us, don't you? I mean, it'll be better for you too.
What? Why? Why do you suddenly want a divorce? Doing that will relieve me of having to take care of your mom, but it'll also end our marriage, you know?
Yeah, I know that. That's the point.
And you're okay with that? I don't understand your thinking on this at all. What on earth is going on with you now that Miriam is back?
Hey, the original reason why I married you was because you have caregiver qualifications. Did you not ever figure that out?
What? Are you serious or are you just trying to hurt my feelings?
Yeah, I mean, you went to nursing school and you were working in a nursing home when I met you, remember? You were perfect for the caregiver that I needed for my mom. Like the saying goes, there are no coincidences.
Wow, I have no words. That's why you married me? Just for my nursing skills?
Yeah, well, we never had kids either, and there was a good reason for that too.
That's true. We missed that opportunity for sure. I wish we hadn't.
Well, it's because kids would have gotten in the way of your caregiving, and I didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, it's all making sense to me now. As soon as we were married, you told me to quit my job and take care of your dad. So I did, and I made it work somehow, even though I didn't think I was up to it. Then he passed away, and just like clockwork, I suddenly was taking care of your mom because of her dementia. It was like I traded one patient for another with no break in between. That's how far I've gone for this family, Dan. I'd appreciate some acknowledgement of all that I've done for you and your family.
You've been an amazing wife, Jess. I've told you that many times, and I meant it. I don't know why you're so surprised. If you thought about it a little, you probably would have seen the truth, but you didn't.
No, I didn't think about it because I'm not the kind of person that you've turned out to be. So yes, I am surprised. I'm actually kind of in shock, to tell you the truth. But I'll move out. I've made up my mind about it. This will definitely be better for you and me, although I don't know about your mom and your sister.
Then it's decided. That's good to hear. You just need to get the divorce papers filled out and signed as soon as you can.
Okay, I'll do that as soon as you give them to me. And I'll let your mom know that I'm leaving too. It's better that she knows about it ahead of time. Trust me.
Why bother? She doesn't know what's going on anyway.
That's not true. She isn't as out of it as you think she is, Dan. She might not know you're her son when she sees you, but she knows me, and she calls me by name even now with the dementia. That's because she sees me every day and I do so much for her. Here's some friendly advice that you should bear in mind after I'm gone. She knows me because she sees me every day and I do good things for her.
Okay, I get it already. Do what you need to do then.
Fine.
Hey, what's up with you these days?
What do you want?
I have great news. Miriam had her baby.
Nice. Congratulations to her. Please tell her I said so.
Sure. So, I have a favor to ask of you.
Whatever it is, the answer is no.
But you haven't even heard the favor yet.
It doesn't matter. You and I have been through for months now. We're not together anymore. You kicked me out and divorced me, remember?
What? You refuse to even hear me out just because we're not married anymore? I want you to look after Miriam. She's in the hospital now.
And why is it me that has to do it? You still haven't answered that.
Because you're family, that's why.
No, I was family. I'm not your family anymore, and that's your doing, not mine. I'm just another outsider now, thanks to you and your sister.
But you must still feel some affection and bond with her, right? At least enough to look after her as a gesture of goodwill and congratulations.
No, not really. Did she feel any towards me when she told me to get out?
Wow, that's pretty cold of you to say. I'm really disappointed in you, Jess.
Is that all you're calling me about? You just want me to do something for you. Yet again.
No, actually, there's also some stuff about Mom.
Oh, of course there is. And how is she doing? Is she okay?
Her dementia has gotten worse lately, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has, actually. Have you gone back to doing nursing work again? That's what I heard from someone.
Yes, I have. Why do you ask?
I asked because I'm wondering if you can somehow get Mom into a facility as a priority patient.
That's impossible for sure. Spots at my place are very competitive to get into.
Everywhere we talk to is telling us that we have to get on a waiting list. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. It's the only thing you can do, really. It's the same thing everywhere and at my place too, unfortunately.
Really? Wow. I didn't know it would be so hard just to get her in somewhere.
Yeah, so I hate to say it, but unless her condition gets worse and her care level assessment goes up, it's probably going to be impossible to get her in as a high priority patient.
Oh, that's how it works, huh? Priority is based on the severity of her condition?
Yes. I don't know about other facilities, but that's how it looks at my place right now. It's very tight, like I said.
I'll be honest, this caregiving I've been doing for her has kicked my butt.
And you were always telling me how easy it looked. Do you still feel that way?
No, I've learned my lesson. It's hard work. The other night, she just decided to go for a walk by herself at 2 a.m. It was just dumb luck that a patrol car found her and took her back to the station with them. The officer who picked her up really read me the riot act. I thought they were going to arrest me for something.
See? When I was there, I was always keeping an eye on her at night. That's why I rarely got good sleep.
Can you give any advice on how to handle her? I'm at my wit's end with this nighttime stuff.
Well, in the interest of helping her out, I'll tell you what I do. But please understand, Dan, that I'm not doing this for you.
Okay.
Whatever door it is that she's using to get outside, you need to set it up so that you need a key to open it from the inside. And then make sure that the key is somewhere where she can't get to it. Do the same for the windows too. Locked and keys hidden.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's good advice.
You get all that stuff at any home improvement store. It shouldn't cost too much either.
Got it, thanks.
And what about the toilet and bathing? What are you doing about those? Are you actually doing what I used to do for her? I'm really curious.
I have her wearing diapers all day and I change them when I come home from work. It's not too complicated.
What? She's in the same diaper all day until you come home? You can't do that. Listen, that's really not good at all. She could develop some really bad stuff from doing that, and I don't mean just a diaper rash.
What else can I do? I work and I can't be home more than I already am. It's the only option.
And what about the bath? What are you doing for that? I can give you some tips if you're having trouble getting it done.
We have the home care nurse coming in more often now, and Mom's getting bathed by them 2 times per week.
That's it? Only twice a week?
Yep, it's all good.
Well, she's not bedridden yet, so that's probably okay for now, but you need to be on the lookout for bed sores, understand?
Oh, but why would those be an issue?
Look, if you and Miriam aren't around, your mom's all by herself, right?
Right, that's the situation nowadays.
So she probably doesn't go out or use the toilet or anything, and all she does is sleep, right? If she does that, her skin will get inflamed from always rubbing on the sheets, and then it'll eventually fester.
But can we get over-the-counter lotion or ointment to take care of that, right?
But you can't wait until she has bed sores. You have to prevent them, not wait until she has them.
Well, I'm sure we'll work it out somehow.
I don't know why you're laughing. Bed sores are very serious and can get badly infected. You really don't understand what she needs at all, do you? I don't get it. Is it that you just don't even care what happens to her?
Well, it doesn't really seem like a big deal to me. I mean, it's just sores, right?
Anyway, I bet the house is a complete mess now too, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda. There's a lot going on there now, you know?
More than kinda, I bet. And when Miriam goes home with a baby, it's gonna get even more out of control. So, what's your plan?
Well, it's not like Miriam has dementia or is an invalid or anything. She should be able to do a lot of stuff for herself.
You know, if she doesn't recover quickly from childbirth, she might need a lot of looking after for a few months. It happens.
What? You're kidding, right? She's not sick, for goodness sake.
Hey, childbirth is really hard on a woman's body. Did you know that the damage it does is comparable to being in a car accident? She shouldn't be doing any housework or anything like that for at least a month after the birth. She needs to rest as much as possible and only expend energy on taking care of the baby. That's the only thing she should be doing at first. If she doesn't get proper rest and recovery, she runs the risk of weakening her immune system and possibly having menopausal disorders later in life.
A whole month? That's just excessive. She's young and strong after all.
No, it's absolutely not excessive. That's all sound medical advice based on scientific studies. But I'm still wondering why Miriam came back here to have her baby in the first place.
She came back because things are easier here than in the big city.
I thought it was so she could take it easy, but she's probably going to end up being the one who takes care of your mom.
I think the advice that you gave me will be sufficient to take care of that part of things.
Really? You think so? Even with her dementia progressing?
Yeah, the advice about the locks and the keys will really make a difference. I'll get one installed on her bedroom door too, so she can't just come out whenever she wants to.
No, don't do that. That's different. If anything, just get a camera installed in her room so you know what's going on and where she is all the time. But you can't just lock her in there. Would you want to be locked in your room?
Cameras are expensive. I don't have that kind of money to spend.
You need to think about your mom's quality of life, Dan. She's your flesh and blood, and she raised you up from a baby. She needs to be able to live in a way that preserves her dignity and humanity, you know?
Okay, enough with the lectures already.
Hey, you're the one who called me, remember? You asked for my input. I took care of her for quite a while, and I still care about her, believe it or not. I have no axe to grind with or without you anymore.
If you care so much, then get her into a facility for us. All talk and no action doesn't help us.
I told you it's not that easy, and I don't have any authority to do that.
Then get off my case about all of this stuff. I'm doing the best that I can with what I have to work with.
Fine, I get it. Anyway, don't expect any help from me. I can't do that for you anymore.
Yeah, fine. At least I know where we stand now. My bad for thinking that you cared. Sheesh. Hey, where are you? Answer your phone.
What? What do you want? I told you not to expect anything from me, didn't I? I wasn't kidding when I said that.
Things have gone completely off the rails at home. It's a total nightmare.
I bet they have.
What? What do you mean? Have you heard something from someone?
I told you, didn't I? I warned you it was gonna get tough. And no, I haven't heard any gossip about you.
The kid screams all night and I can't get any sleep. None. I don't know how Miriam sleeps through that. And Mom's just throwing her used diapers wherever she pleases. It's disgusting. After I get home, I can't even find time to eat and take a shower, let alone relax. Oh, and Miriam is completely freaked out at my mom's antics and can't get a grip at all. She's really upset all the time. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this mess.
We talked about all this before, remember?
Yeah, I remember. I didn't think it was gonna get this bad, though. Please, no lectures.
Miriam's not getting any rest at all, is she?
None. The kid's up all night crying because Mom's antics are keeping him awake. Miriam needs to cook for herself during the day, and that's all that she can handle. I help as much as I can with the housework, but I just can't keep up with it all.
In other words, it's all exactly like I told you it would be.
And it doesn't matter how tired I am, I still need to prepare things for the nurses when they come the next day. I'm giving everything I have to all of this every day, and I still hear nothing but complaints from Miriam.
And you told me it didn't look so tough. It's manageable, right?
What? What's that supposed to mean?
3 months ago, you said those exact words to me when I told you that I had my hands full taking care of your mom. You forgot already, huh? Oh well.
Hey, I can't remember every little thing I say to people. Forget about that anyway. I'm just so tired.
Well, you chose to go this route, so I hope you've learned some lessons from it.
I had no idea it was gonna be like this. This is too much. I can't handle it.
Hey, it was you who just obediently listened to what Miriam said and then kicked me out with barely a second thought. And now you're complaining to me about how bad things are? Why are you venting to me about all this?
Because I want you to come back, that's why.
Not a chance. Nope, nope, and nope.
Why not? You're our only hope, Jess.
Miriam wanted me out of there, remember? She kicked me out and you divorced me. Remember?
I'll make sure you two don't have to see each other. That's not hard to arrange.
And just how do you propose to do that? Are you gonna make us both wear blinders?
You'll just stay with Mom in her room, and when you need to do housework, Miriam can stay in her room until you're done with it.
Why should I have to go to those lengths? That's just completely ridiculous.
Because we're family. That's why family helps family.
But we're not family. Not anymore. No matter how you try to slice it, we're not related anymore, Dan. We're strangers, for all intents and purposes. And again, that was your and Miriam's doing, not mine.
But even if we're strangers, you still have your nursing skills and your Nightingale pledge.
Yeah, and I get paid for those skills. That's how it works. And as for the pledge, it doesn't oblige me to get entangled with former in-laws.
Fine, I'll pay you for your time. How about that?
If you're willing to do that, you should be willing to hire a proper nurse to come in.
I don't want a stranger in my house taking care of my mother.
If you can be that choosy about things at this point, you shouldn't be complaining about not having money. Also, like I said, I am a stranger now. If you don't want strangers in your house, you shouldn't want me there either.
I want you, and that's all there is to it. You have to help.
Please stop with the completely unreasonable requests. I will not accommodate them, Dan. I will not.
I'm telling you, I'm at my breaking point. You just don't get it. This house is a complete disaster area, and it's only getting worse. You have to help. Oh, and you know what else? Mom actually talks about you sometimes. Not just sometimes, actually. It's more like every day. She asks where you are and says you're the only one she wants to take care of her. Isn't that amazing? So please come back, okay? Mom needs you, and so do Miriam and I. Please. Just come back and I'll give you what my dad left me in his will. I'll give you whatever is left.
Huh? What do you mean? An inheritance from your dad?
Yeah, I mean, Mom was in charge of the account that money was in, so I'd have to do some digging, but...
That's the case, the money's probably gone.
What? What do you mean, gone? How would you know that?
I say that because when your dad passed, your mom gave me half of what he left in that account. She told me that she wanted me to have it as thanks for taking care of her.
Well, that's news to me. I've never heard a word about any of that.
It was right after your dad passed away, and your mom was pretty clear about her wishes. She told me that it was between her and me, and I respected her wishes.
So, what's left of that inheritance?
Probably not much. Most of it probably went to the nursing services and other stuff like that.
Really? That stuff is really that expensive?
Yeah, your mom's insurance coverage only goes up to a certain level, and then it's all out of pocket after that, so...
Wait a minute, that's not the whole story of that money, for sure. So what happened with the inheritance money that you got from Mom?
What do you mean, what happened to it? I just told you.
I mean the inheritance tax.
Well, you may not remember, but I did go to the tax office and fill out the paperwork for both of us, you and me. You were really happy about getting some money, but I don't think you were paying much attention to the details. I have no idea what you did with your portion of that money. I never asked and you never told me.
Well...
I bet you blew it on meaningless stuff, didn't you? Oh, that's just so you. If that's the case, you're not going to have the money to pay the lump sum up front that you need to get her into a nursing facility.
Is that money really all gone now? Really? How could that be?
I don't know, but I can definitely see Miriam spending a lot on designer baby clothes and stuff like that.
Hey, isn't there some way I can get that inheritance money back?
I really don't think so. The paperwork was all signed and sealed a long time ago. It's a done deal as far as I can tell.
I really don't want to ask this, but do you know if Mom has a will drawn up yet?
I don't know. I remember that she said she had one when your dad passed away and that she was amending it. But I have no idea what the contents of it are or what changes she made to it.
Do you know where she keeps it?
I don't know. It must be somewhere in her room, I guess.
Ugh, that room is disgusting and stinks to high heaven. I don't even want to go in there.
Wait, are you just not even taking care of her at all anymore? Please tell me that's not the case.
It's not that I'm not taking care of her. It's just that it's so overwhelming. There's just nothing I can do about it. I tried, but I'm just so exhausted when I come home from work. And I just can't even face that room and what needs to be done in there.
And what about Miriam? Isn't she helping your mom out even a little?
Oh, come on. Her hands are totally full just taking care of herself and the baby. She doesn't want to go anywhere near Mom's room, and I can't say that I blame her. In fact, she actually said that raising the kid on her own would be easier and left a few days ago.
What? Wait a minute. She's gone. Miriam took off with the baby.
What is it now? Yes, Miriam's gone and so is the baby.
Are you telling me that nobody besides the day nurse has been taking care of your mom lately? Nobody.
Oh, don't sound so accusatory when you say it. I'm doing what needs to be done. I make sure that she has all her meds and that she eats decent food every day. I put that stuff in her room for her regularly, and she's not starving or anything.
Your mom needs more care than that. She needs someone to watch her while she eats, or she could choke or even inhale food into her lungs and get pneumonia. You can't just leave her in that situation. I'm gonna be forced to contact the authorities.
Contact the authorities? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about elder abuse. You can't treat your mom like that.
And what happens if you do that? Contact the authorities, I mean.
Well, for starters, there's a strong possibility that you could be charged with a crime like elder abuse or abandonment of a person for whom you're legally responsible.
What? I could be charged with a crime? For this?
Yes, this is serious stuff, Dan. Please pay attention to what I'm telling you and do the right thing.
But I'm taking care of her.
You can't call what you're doing to her now taking care of her.
But the smell in her room is disgusting. There are stains on the wall where she's thrown her dirty diapers. And the carpet in there is full of food that she's spilled or spit out or thrown, and it's rotting and sticky. The bed is covered with stains and grime. There's nothing I can do about all of that. So please, don't call the authorities.
I'm not gonna just leave it like this. Is she awake now? I at least have to have someone from the authorities check in on her and make sure she's okay.
No, don't.
If you two hadn't kicked me out, none of this would be happening. I hope you understand that now.
No, don't do it. Don't call them. I can be arrested.
Immediately after that, I called the authorities and they told me that they'd already received a report from the day nurse and that an intervention was already underway. Due to her extreme circumstances, she was admitted to a facility immediately as a priority patient. I don't know what ended up happening with her will, but I really wish I'd been able to take action on her behalf sooner than I did. The caseworker told me that I did as much as anyone could have expected me to, as someone who wasn't family or living in that household. I will take this experience and use it as inspiration to move forward with my nursing career and help others as much as I can. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to click the like button and give us your opinion in the comments section below. See you in the next video.
Hi, Tessa. Thanks for letting me stay at your place for this weekend as well. I decided for myself to bring home some caviar I saw in your fridge. I really appreciate your kindness every time I'm here to visit. Wait a second first. Are you kidding me or something? You do know that jar of caviar is a gift from my friend, right? Really? I had no idea. In that case, tell your friend that it tastes very fresh. I spread it on my toast this morning. It's even more delicious if you eat it with a cup of milk. That's my caviar! I mean, I can give you back the jar if you want, because I ate everything inside already. But there should be a little left in the jar if you use a spoon to scrape it off. Here's the thing, Trinity. I feel bad for telling you this, but you need to stop coming to my house from now on. I can't put up with your behavior anymore. If you can't do that, then at least come once every month instead of every week. What do you mean? Why can't I come? I look forward to visiting you guys every week. Sorry. I hope that you won't get too offended by what I'm about to say. But accommodating you every week has turned into a burden at this point. Excuse me? Every time you come with your children, I basically have to take care of them like their nanny. They throw furniture across the room and never clean up after themselves. What's more, I work 5 days a week. But with you guys here, I can't even take a rest during the weekend. Seriously though, I'm reaching my breaking point. I can't help but laugh at what you just said. Don't talk like you did anything worth mentioning for us anyways. What do you mean? Both of my kids are in elementary school. Also, I am an adult who's perfectly healthy and fine. In other words, we don't need you to take care of us 24/7. All we do is stay at your place over the weekend. So it's not that big of a deal. Are you being serious with me right now? You boss me around as if I work for you. Plus, your twin boys act like they're still toddlers. Excuse me? You're nothing but a couch potato. Bring me a glass of water. I'm hungry. Fix the TV. You treat me like your personal slave. But my mom likes it when I tell her to do stuff for me. So why don't you? Plus, she says that children will always be children. And it's all right to have people who are older take care of you. You're older than me, aren't you? In fact, my mom is always at my beck and call. Yeah, right. Because I have to be at your mom's beck and call. I mean, even when you're right in front of her, she only yells at me that her knees hurt. Well, what am I supposed to do then? If you have a problem with my mom, then figure it out yourself with her. This has nothing to do with me. Keep in mind that kids are like a sponge. Your sons, Damien and Dawson, are acting more and more like spoiled brats these days. They take my son Tony's toys without even asking. What's more, if Tony refuses to share his snacks with them, one of them would pull at his hair and the other wolf down everything in the bag. Excuse me. Are you saying that my sons are little jerks? Damien and Dawson are still babies. Of course they can be quite mischievous sometimes. To me, they're not little babies. They're little devils. And I think that's because your mom pampers them too much. She never treats Tony the same way she does Dawson and Damien. As Tony's mother, I will not tolerate anyone mistreating my son from now on. You're just exaggerating. Tony is 1 year older than my boys. In other words, he's basically their older brother. Plus, the world isn't always going to be fair. So it's not a bad idea to let Tony know this at a young age. Well then, I'm telling you right now that I don't want to see you again until you change that attitude and mindset of yours. With that being said, you're not welcome at my house anymore. Oh my gosh, you're literally annoying. Shut up and just let me do what I want. Guess what? Your house is my house too. Your husband is my older brother before marrying you. So as long as he's okay with us visiting, then you don't have the right to complain. Also, don't get carried away just because you're my sister-in-law. My parents and brother are all on my side, not yours. The deed to the property has my name on it. No guests will be allowed at my place when I, as the homeowner, don't like them. I don't need your permission to go to my own house. You know what? I'll let your husband know how rude you are to me. Let's see what he'll say about all this nonsense. I'll show you who's the real boss here. Hey, Tessa. Trinity just texted me yesterday. Why did you have to thumb your nose at her like that? My sister is not a doormat. So you need to speak to her with manners. Am I clear? I told you 1,000 times already that I can't stand her anymore. In fact, your entire family is too much to handle for me. But both you and your mom never take my feelings into consideration and call me a battle axe. Mind you, I've never been this disrespected before. That's why I can't help but put Trinity in her proper place myself. I'm still dumbfounded to this day about how much you and your parents cosset her. Trinity is a special case. Haven't I reminded you of this multiple times already? You really need to learn what is the meaning of the word sympathy. I mean, she's a single mother with 2 children to raise. Do you have any idea how hard she works every day just to put food on the table? With that being said, what's so wrong with lending her a hand every weekend? It's only 2 days out of the 7 days in a week. It's not like Trinity and her sons are here on a daily basis. So you need to chill out, Tessa. You're not lending her a hand, though. You're letting her leech off of your own family. Is that what you want for a sister? A parasite? Plus, whenever she's too busy to stay at our house over the weekend, we have to wire her $500 to help cover her daily expenses. But let me remind you of something. We're not that loaded either. You and I don't sit on a gold mine. We have to go to work as well in order to provide Tony with basic necessities. Now do you have a better grasp of what I'm trying to say? I mean, you have to teach Tessa right from wrong as her older brother. Don't you think? You're absolutely unbelievable. We live a very comfortable life compared to my sister, who doesn't even have a spouse to rely on. Also, $500 a week will not make us go broke. We both have a job, which means we are capable of supporting 2 households at the same time. Still, Trinity empties our fridge every time she's here. Do you think that this is all right? The last time she came to visit, she even took that jar of caviar my friend gave me. Do you know how expensive that is? Are you seriously blowing a fuse right now because of a jar of caviar? Listen, everything that I own belongs to Tessa as well. She's my sister and we're family. Family means being there for each other through the ups and downs. Besides, you know that she's going through a hard time. Try raising 2 boys yourself and you'd know what I'm talking about. If we continue to let her walk all over us, I will be the one having a hard time. I don't mind you prioritizing your parents and sister, but don't forget that you have a wife and son too. I mean, Damien, Dawson, and Trinity can gobble down what Tony, you, and I eat for 2 days in one sitting. Do you have any idea how many pounds of food that is? At this rate, we're going to be left with nothing but an overdrawn bank account if you don't do something about it. Is that what you want? Do you really want to drive us homeless? It's just food. Stop being such a pinch penny. You and Tony won't starve to death because Tessa and her boys are here 2 days a week. And besides, the $500 is for my nephew's education. They grew up without a father, so I need to make sure that they don't feel like they lack what their peers have. With that being said, I will not forgive you if I find out that you've been starving my sister and her sons. Damien and Dawson are still little kids. They eat a lot because their bodies need nutrition. Here's the thing, though. Trinity not only empties the fridge, she also steals toilet paper, soap, and everything she can get her hands on. Even Damien and Dawson take Tony's toys home without permission. I'm even starting to think that she might be the reason why many of my clothes and makeup are gone. Mind you, but I buy those clothes and makeup products with my own money. Now, do you still think that we're not going to go broke? Although we both work full-time, we're still middle-class Americans. She only took consumables home with her. It's not furniture or electric gadgets. Calm down, jeez. We can afford toilet paper and soap. As for your clothes and makeup, you don't go out frequently anyways. So what's the use of stocking them? Remember, sharing is caring. Plus, this doesn't give you the right to badmouth my sister. She tries her best to provide Damien and Dawson with the life that they deserve. You'll seriously get in huge trouble the next time I hear you belittling my family behind my back. I mean, what would you feel like if I did the same to your family? In that case, I won't be splitting the $500 with you anymore. I'm not paying $250 a week to your sister. The $2,000 a month will be deducted from your salary only. Because according to your words, if you really want to be there for her through the ups and downs, then you should pay for everything. I'm assuming that you'd be fine with what I said.
Excuse me. $2,000 is almost half of what I earn every month.
Well, that's not my problem. Trinity is your sister. Damien and Dawson are your nephews. They're not related to me by blood. After all, I am the one being browbeaten every time they're here, not you. So if you have no plans of stopping them, then you need to take full responsibility for them from now on. As for me, I won't be such a softie anymore.
Excuse me?
Don't forget that I am the homeowner. Your mom, sister, and nephews are all squatters. Make sure to let them know who owns this property. And again, the deed has my name only on it.
Stop it. I already told them that this house belongs to the two of us, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's your fault that you lied to them. You told your parents you own this house. Isn't that what you said to your parents? When in reality, you didn't even pay 1 cent, and your name is not on the property either. My parents are the ones who gave us the down payment.
Shut up! I don't care about the name on the deed or the down payment. I am the breadwinner of this household. So this is my house. Don't you dare ever speak to me in that dominating tone again.
Excuse me?
Who do you think you are? Just because you have a slightly higher annual income than me doesn't mean that you can mess around with me like this. I'm still your husband, no matter what. The man in this house will always be me. So if you can't play by the rules, then get the hell out of here. I don't want to see that face of yours again.
To be honest, I've never seen such a douchebag like you. No wonder why Trinity is your sister.
Shut up! You're nothing but a dirty wench. Don't ever let me see you again until you learn to treat my family properly. And you'll only be allowed to come home after you admit what a showboat you are.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. You better show me some improvement the next time you step into my house. Of course, you have to apologize to my family and me on your knees. Because if not, I will never take you back anymore.
Don't worry. I have no intentions of apologizing at all. I'll bring you the divorce papers as soon as possible.
What are you talking about?
I'll be going to my parents' house today after work. Of course, Tony is coming with me. So when you get home today, you'd have to cook for yourself or order something to eat.
Wait a second first. Tessa, do you have any idea what you're saying right now? You want a divorce from me?
What's wrong with wanting a divorce with you? I don't want to spend the rest of my life with a husband who's nothing but a scumbag.
Excuse me?
You don't deserve me. I want a man who takes care to fulfill my needs. Not only am I your wife, I'm also not your family's servant. This is not the ideal family I had in mind when I first married you. With that being said, I'm filing for divorce. I'll give you 1 week to pack your stuff and move out. That should be more than enough, don't you think?
Pack my stuff and move out? How can you treat me like this?
I am the property owner, not you. Which means that after the divorce is finalized, you and your family no longer have a right to live here.
What?
Anyways, I hope that I have made myself clear to you. Make sure to also let Trinity and your mom know what I just said.
Wait a second first. Where are we all supposed to go if we can't live here any longer? Plus, what do you even want me to tell my mom and sister? I mean, I already told them that this house is under my name. They still think that the land on which the property was built also belongs to me. So how can you just kick us out all of a sudden?
I don't give a damn about what you told them. Both the land and the property are under my name in reality. In other words, I'm the owner of everything. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Plus, I don't have the duty to cover your lies for you. So why don't you come clean and confess to your family what a coward you are at this point?
Is this for real?
I'm telling you one more time, but you have 1 week to move out. If you don't, then there will be legal consequences waiting for you. You would hate to see that happen, wouldn't you? In fact, you know what? Since you have too much pride to explain everything to your mom and Trinity yourself, then I'll do it for you.
Legal consequences? What are you going to do to me?
Well, I consulted my lawyer before I filed for divorce, and I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Anyways, that's it for me. I gotta go now. Goodbye. Now you know who you're up against, right? Tessa! Why didn't you tell me everything? I would have never thought that you and Coda got into a huge fight. I'm sure Coda didn't mean to say all those hurtful things to you. So please, just turn the page already. So he has indeed told you all that happened, I'm assuming. Sorry for causing you so much trouble the last time my boys and I visited you guys. Coda can be a bit too straightforward sometimes. So please, don't make him move out. Let me tell you this, but he's been down in the dumps ever since you asked for a divorce. I mean, he's been text bombing me several days in a row, begging me to forgive him. But I ignored all of his texts. Don't crush his spirit like this. Reply to his messages when you can. Tell him that you were just kidding with the divorce and all that. Also, assure him you'll never leave him. That's never going to happen, Trinity. I'm definitely getting a divorce this time, no matter what. With that being said, tell Coda and your mom to get out before next week. Of course, this will also mean that you're not allowed to visit as well. I shouldn't even have to mention this to you, by the way. It's common sense. What the heck? What does this have to do with me, though? You can't drag me down with Coda. I'm not the one who got into a fight with you, am I? I mean, you're part of Coda's family, aren't you? Since the two of you are biologically related, what applies to him applies to you, too. What's more, my house will not be a free hotel and nursery for you and your kids anymore. You and your mom can no longer boss me around for drinks and food. But I'll be left in a difficult position then. You know what? Things haven't been going too well for me in these past few months. In fact, my landlord warned me that I can only stay in my apartment until the end of this month. In other words, I'm evicted. What? What happened? How did you get evicted out of the blue? This doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused. Well, I'm really not the one to blame for getting evicted. Life is unfair and I happen to be at the bottom of this society. I also dream to be filthy rich someday. But a dream is a dream, after all. It's just that I haven't been paying the rent for a couple of months. I live a paycheck-to-paycheck life. I'm doing my best, really. Anyways, I'm struggling to pay the bills recently because I got laid off at work. And the reason why is because I took a company laptop home without permission. I searched the brand name on the internet and it's worth $2,000 and I just got it for free. Such a good deal, am I right? I mean, my boss found out later and was going to fire me. His anger hit the ceiling and I saw fire spurting out of his eyes. Man, was I scared. So I begged him and said that I am a single mother raising twins. I even shed tears and pretended that I'm dealing with mental health issues at the moment. But nothing worked on him. He really has a heart of stone, I guess. What's worse, nobody else was willing to let me off the hook. They started yelling at me and saying things like, "This is not my first time stealing company property." Well, I guess my colleagues and boss are all misogynists or something. They look down on me because I don't have a husband who can stand up for me. They're not misogynists. They're just sick and tired of your misbehavior. I would not even hire you in the first place if I were your boss. Anyways, I'm planning to stay at my parents' place until I can land a new job. Seriously though, earning money these days seems harder than launching a rocket. That's why my jaw dropped when I heard that you and Coda are getting a divorce. I'm sure that it's not that big of a deal though, am I right? You're probably just throwing a tantrum or something. Oh, right. He also told me that the deed to the property has only your name on it. I couldn't believe him at first. But then he showed me the document and I had no choice but to believe what he said. Please, Tessa. I'm begging you right now. I know that perhaps my brother offended you one way or the other, but I swear to God he doesn't mean it. So can you just bury the hatchet with my brother for my sake? I mean, you know how hard life can get sometimes, right? I'm getting a divorce no matter what. It's not like I don't know how hard life can be, but that's not the same as burying the hatchet with your brother. Fine, I won't force you to do what you don't want to do. Why don't you kick my brother out and let me live there then? Your house is too big for 2 people anyways. We can be roommates from now on. Excuse me? You're going to be divorced with Coda soon, aren't you? This means that you'll be a single mom like me. What I'm trying to say is that we should help each other out as single mothers. Of course, I'll pay you rent and other bills if you want. The only problem is that I don't have any savings and I'm currently unemployed. So, $100 a month is all that I can afford right now. That's not possible. I apologize for not giving you a prior notice, but this house will soon be gone. I'm taking it down after all of you move out. In other words, don't even think about moving in here. Seriously? Why are you doing that, though? Because I know for a fact that as long as the house is still here, your family will not leave me alone. So I'm just going to sell the land as well. After all, I'm planning on moving in with my parents, which means this house will be left empty anyways. This must be a lie. I can't believe it. Then where am I supposed to stay at? I have nowhere else to go now that I'm evicted by my landlord. Ask your older brother. I'm sure he can figure something out for you. Just make sure to keep in mind that he's also short on money lately. Really? His annual income has been decreasing year by year. It seems like one of his team members got promoted instead of him. What's more, he also doesn't get as much bonus as he used to. I heard that he's being transferred from the headquarters to another branch. Are you being serious right now? Is Coda broke or something? Although he's experiencing financial difficulty currently, the one thing he doesn't lack is love for his family. So I'm sure he'll do anything to make his sister's life easier. Anyways, I have an appointment with a realtor later in the day. See you.
Please, Tessa, don't divorce me. I have realized all of my mistakes.
You already signed the divorce papers, though.
But that's because you made me do it along with your lawyer. I mean, I've never seen a lawyer who looks that much like a professional boxer in my life before. He has 5 tattoos on his arms and puts out his cigarette on his tongue. Of course I can't say no to signing the divorce papers when a gangster like him stares at me as if he's going to punch me in the face if I don't.
Well, I guess this only goes to show that looks matter, more or less. Plus, you certainly wouldn't have signed the papers if a young and beautiful female lawyer came instead. Tell you what, I actually asked my lawyer to get temporary tattoos for the day.
You're nothing but an absolute witch. How can you be so underhanded like this?
It's called survival of the fittest. Thanks to you, my shenanigan was a big success. I don't know what I would do if you didn't sign that document. What's more, you agreed to pay the exact amount I asked for child support as well.
You witch. I mean, $5,000 a month. Do you seriously want to see me become homeless? I don't even have a place to stay at from now on.
I'm sure everything will be fine as long as you're with your family. Just get a job for the sake of your unemployed sister and fatherless nephews. Plus, your mom has her pension available for you guys to spend too.
Please, Tessa. I signed the divorce papers only because I was intimidated by your lawyer. So you can't blame me for wussing out on the spot. I've never thought about divorcing you. Not even once in my entire life. I mean, we got into a fight just like every other couple. It's not that big of a deal. I promise you that I'll give you and Tony everything I have from now on. I can even tell my mom and Trinity and her sons to stop coming over during the weekend if that's really what you want. So please don't leave me. I'll do anything to make you stay. What's more, we have a son together. Tony needs his father.
It's too late. The divorce is for sure taking place. There's no turning back. You should have known that things would turn out this way the moment you told me to get out. In fact, I'm positive that the divorce should be finalized by now. I'll send an email to my lawyer later and ask him if everything's finished already.
This can't possibly be true. You must be lying. Tell me that you're lying. Because I don't believe a word you just said.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not sure if Trinity told you this already or not. But just in case you forgot, I'll let you know the big news. Are you ready? So basically, the house will be taken down soon. With that being said, you better hurry and pack your stuff. The demolition company will not wait for you. Let me remind you also that more than 1 week has passed now. This means that you're very late with the whole moving process. Do you understand?
I already did everything you told me to, though. Not only did I sign the divorce papers, Tony's custody right is in your hand as well. What else do you want from me? I mean, at least I deserve to live in that house. I can't live on the streets. I'm sure Tony will not want to see his dad turn into a hobo.
Don't involve Tony in this. Besides, it's my property. The deed only has my name on it. I don't know how many times I've said this already, but you just don't seem to understand. Anyways, if you don't want to see it taken down, then you can purchase it directly from me. How does that sound? I'm giving you a special deal right now. The down payment will be $200,000, not including the loan. Whether you're going to take it or not, the price won't change.
The down payment alone will be $200,000? Are you kidding me right now? You must be out of your mind.
I mean, if you can't afford it, then just give up. I have a lot of potential buyers waiting for me right now. To my surprise, this piece of land is actually worth a lot. What's more, it seems like a number of real estate developers are looking to construct buildings in the area. Tell you what, I have already received multiple offers at this point. So you better make the decision now because there's not much time left. And mind you, but time is money. You know what I'm saying, don't you? Let's see. I'll give you 3 days to let me know your final answer. Today counts as 1 day, of course. You know, I'm not a very patient person. I'll be waiting for your text message throughout the next 2 days. Hurry up or this perfect opportunity will be gone quick.
But I don't have a penny to my name at the moment. I'm broke as hell. You know that I got transferred from the headquarters to another branch, right? Plus, how am I supposed to magically appear with $200,000 in 3 days? I'm not God. I'm an ordinary human being.
That's not my problem to take care of. All I know is that I have already given you your options to choose from. The rest will be up to you. I mean, if you can't afford it, then like I said, you don't have to purchase it. It's not like I'll rob your money or something. Anyways, I gotta go now. Goodbye. By the way, now is the time to show me how far you're willing to go for your family. I'm assuming that you won't let me down, right? Take care and say hi to Trinity and your mom for me. I hope that they won't be too taken aback by the bad news. After that, I didn't get any text messages whatsoever from Coda. But I knew that there was no way for him to pay me $200,000 in 3 days anyway. So we're all good. As expected, the house was taken down consequently. As for Coda and the rest of his family, they were screaming at workers from the demolition company. "We're not leaving this place. We live here. You don't have the right to take it down." Eventually, someone rang the police and city attorney up to make sure that nothing will be behind process. What's worse, The entire property was destroyed in front of Coda and his family. I can't even begin to imagine what they must have felt then. But whatever. They were all reduced to tears as they witnessed everything turn into wood and brick. I even heard that Coda's mom passed out and was transported to the hospital as a result. In the end, Coda, Trinity, and their mom, plus Trinity's twin boys, live in a crappy apartment while the adults work from day to night. Out of the 5 of them, Damien and Dawson are taking this downturn in life the worst because they could no longer have their way with everything. This place is too small. I want to eat snacks. Why can't I take Tony's toys from him anymore? He has more toys than I do. This is unfair. They would complain and bawl their eyes out every day about the fact that their family as a whole is now poor as church mice. But I don't feel bad for them at all, as I believe that they're only getting a taste of their own medicine. In fact, Trinity has already been reported by her neighbors to the Child Welfare Center as an abusive parent. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing if I hear kids shrieking next door 24/7. After all, nobody wants to live close to spoiled brats. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when a new video comes out. Don't forget to also leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, I'm not coming home tonight.
Is everything okay?
I drank too much after work, and I'm staying at a friend's place nearby. Oh, and you don't need to cook dinner tonight.
Really, Lucas? You know, I'd appreciate it if you could tell me these things sooner.
Why, though?
Because I already made dinner and was waiting for you. Now all this food is going to waste. It's a waste of money. You've been doing this a lot lately.
Just save it for me. I'll eat it for breakfast or lunch tomorrow.
Okay, I'll save it for you then.
There shouldn't be a problem here, right?
Well, the food here isn't the real problem.
Just great. Here we go again. All you do is find things to complain about. Do you really want to start fighting right now? I've told you so many times to stop nagging me. I'm the one who makes all the money, which allows us to live in a nice house. I thought you and I both agreed that you would shut up and be a good stay-at-home wife.
Why do you always have to be so harsh towards me? You wanted a wife who would keep the house clean and cook your meals. That's what I'm doing for you. I even left my job for you.
Oh, you mean your crappy company that went bankrupt? So what? You had to quit anyway.
Yeah, but I still decided not to find another job after because that's what you wanted. You were the one that said you wanted a stay-at-home wife.
So it worked out for both of us. What is your point? All I want is for you to stay at the house, cook, and clean. That's your job. What I definitely don't want is for you to question me or nag me about what I choose to do after work. I make the rules around here.
You are always so mean to me. We agreed on me being a stay-at-home wife, but I never agreed to obey your every word and act like your slave.
I don't care. I'm the one who makes the money and has the authority in this relationship. You would be lost without me, so start showing some damn respect.
I'm sorry. I really am thankful. I know that you do a lot for me.
See, if you were to even try to leave me, you would not be able to survive on your own. So stop bothering me all the time. Know your place before it's too late. I'm the reason why you were living such a good life. Any other wife would love to stay at home all day and not have to work. You're lucky because of me.
So you really aren't coming home tonight? I only wanted to see you and have dinner with you.
That's right, and too bad. I'd rather have a drink with my friends. You are so boring to be around.
Okay then, I understand.
You should have just said that from the beginning.
Hi, Ava. It's been such a long time. How are you? Kari? What a surprise. It really has been a while. Yeah, it has already been half a year since the company went bankrupt. Time really does fly by. It's kind of crazy. It seems like just yesterday we were working in the office together. Dang, half a year already. I feel like life is just going by so fast. I also heard you got married right when the company went bankrupt. Have things been going okay for you? Was your husband upset that you didn't have a job? It must have been tough financially.
Oh, I guess things have been okay. My husband has a good job and makes a lot of money, so there were no issues financially.
That's good. Were you able to find another job?
No, not yet.
Really? I'm so glad I messaged you then.
Why? Did something happen?
Just hear me out, okay? I've decided to rebuild the company and start something better with it. So far, we are doing really well and I'm looking for more employees.
You rebuilt the company?
That's right. It was a lost cause and everyone else gave up, so I saw the chance and took it. I had a lot of ideas and I've always wanted to run my own business.
That's amazing. You always were a natural leader. You also were always the one that had the best project ideas for the company.
Thanks. So, I actually have an offer for you. Would you be willing to come back and work for me? I know what you are capable of, so I thought you would be the perfect person to help everything get running again.
What? Really?
Yeah, but first let me explain the job in a little more detail. We still have several employees to hire, and if possible, I was hoping to get a lot of the old employees we have back. They were all really talented people. There is a lot of new technology involved as well, so things will be a lot different than before. Everything is much more technologically advanced, but very efficient. If you can handle learning all of the new systems and also being in charge of many departments, then I think you would be a good fit for the role.
Sounds like you made a lot of good changes.
Yes, but you don't have to give me an answer right away. Please take some time to think it over. You should also talk to your husband about this. It is a busy job and you will be working long hours, but the pay will be worth it.
My husband... Yeah. I'll ask him about it and see what he thinks. I'll let you know later.
Okay. I'll be waiting. No rush.
Hey, Lucas. Are you coming home tonight?
Huh? Why are you bothering me right now? The workday just ended. What do you think?
I don't know. Did you have any plans after work? I just wanted to know what's going on for tonight. I didn't mean to bother you.
Why do you keep asking me stupid questions?
I'm sorry, but there is something I need to talk to you about. Can you come home tonight instead of going out drinking? Just this once. It's really important, and I want to talk to you about it in person.
Why should I come home? I've explained this to you before. Why would I want to go home to a boring wife when I can drink the night away and hang out with my buddies? Stop butting in. You are like a damn parasite that I can't get rid of.
Parasite? I'm your wife. I only wanted to talk to you tonight.
Let me guess. You made dinner and want to nag me about wasting money on food. Or is it that I'm going out too much? I'm sick of you trying to control what I do. Let me do my thing and stop whining.
No, it really has nothing to do with any of that. It's about me getting a job again.
Ugh, you are so annoying. I told you before that you will be nothing but a stupid little stay-at-home wife. Nothing more. You don't need a job. We make all the money that we need. You can rely on my money, so stop complaining. You are acting more like a parasite than an obedient wife.
Stop calling me a parasite! It is so mean! But fine. I already understand what your answer is.
Good. I am your husband and have provided you with everything you need. Therefore, I make all the decisions for you.
I understand. I no longer need to talk to you about this anymore.
Good. Now leave me alone.
Kari, I'll take the job.
Really? That was quick. Did you talk to your husband about it? Was he already at home with you today or something?
No, he was actually at work today. He just got off, but he won't be coming home again, so I just messaged him about it instead. Anyway, he told me no.
Wait, what? He said no? Then why did you agree to take the job?
It seems like all I did was get in his way when all I wanted to do was talk to him.
He honestly doesn't want me to have any independence or a life of my own. I'm sick of it. Sounds like you both had an intense conversation. Are you okay? If you want to talk about it, I don't mind listening. Yeah, it wasn't a very nice conversation. In fact, I don't ever think he has been nice to me. I can tell you all about it when we meet up at the company. I see. That sounds horrible. I'm sorry, Ava. Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and send you the information about your position and your schedule. Can I email it to you now? Yes. Thank you, Kari. I really appreciate it. Hey, I'm going out again tonight and won't be coming home. Don't make dinner. I won't eat it. Okay, I understand. Have fun. Yes. Good girl. That's exactly the answer I want from you every time. Things could have been much better if you would have just answered like this from the start. Now you are finally understanding how to be a proper stay-at-home wife. I make all the money for you, so this is the kind of respect that I deserve from you. What do you mean when you say you're making all the money? Remember, you rely on me to live. You would be in a lot of trouble if we got a divorce. I feel really bad for you, which is why I've been going easy on you and have been holding off on a divorce. Trust me, I've given you more chances than you think. Now, try to be good and do your job as my stay-at-home wife. Don't question me or nag me about anything. When I do come home, I want my house to be spotless with food in the fridge for me to eat. If you don't continue to do that, I'll have to divorce you. Your life is in my hands. I control what happens to you. Do you understand that? I understand. Okay, good. Now I've got some drinking and eating to do with my friends. I might be home tomorrow. Actually, let's get that divorce. What? There's actually a lawyer not too far from the house that I've been talking to, and she says she can help with the divorce process. I think I'll just give her a call now. Wait. Ava. What? Do you even know what you're saying right now? If we get this divorce, then you will be living on the streets. Your parents have already passed away, and your brother lives across the country and has his own family to take care of. You will have nowhere to go. I'm the only reason why you have a roof over your head. I think there has been a misunderstanding between us. Remember the old job I used to have and the company went bankrupt? Well, there's been a few changes. I tried to tell you before, but I was only getting in your way, remember? An old friend and co-worker of mine ended up rebuilding the company. She asked if I wanted a position in the new company. And not just any position, a manager. What? When did this all happen? I went against her wishes and decided to take the job. I start working soon. She already sent me the schedule and all the information. Looking at the salary, I don't think I'll be having any issues with money. I almost can't believe it myself. Are you for real right now? This can't actually be true. Yes, I am. It's all true. It will be easy for me to start living on my own. I don't need you. So let's get the divorce. You've been wanting one anyway, right? So hurry up. I want this to happen as soon as possible. I can't stand the way you treat me anymore. I can't believe I put up with you for as long as I did. You even called me a parasite. You are a sorry excuse for a husband. Just hold on a second. I can't agree to divorce you under these conditions. Just go ahead and work. I'm okay with it now. See? No reason for a divorce. We will have even more money with you working now, too. Problem solved. No need to drag out this conversation any longer. I've actually decided to come home tonight, so you better be there when I get home. I have a few things to talk to you about. Hey, where the hell are you? I told you I was coming home. What part of "you better be there when I get home" didn't you understand? Also, what's with the empty fridge and cold cup of coffee on the dining room table? Where's my dinner? Why is the house a mess? Didn't I tell you to clean? I got sick of waiting and left. Also, the coffee is your dinner. Deal with it. It's your fault for being such a horrible husband. I'm your wife, not your maid. I hope you know that this whole situation is your fault. I came home because I thought we were going to talk.
I missed out on good food and drinks to come home to you.
I decided not to wait around for a pointless conversation. I've been thinking a lot about how you've been treating me. After you explained how you control my life and threatened me with a divorce, I figured that this would finally be a good time to get one. All you do is treat me like trash. I bet the moment that you were going to get home, you would just yell at me and try to force me to quit my job. Every single conversation we have always ended with us fighting. Now the feeling of wanting a divorce is mutual. There's nothing more for us to talk about, so I left.
But like I said, there's no good reason for us to get a divorce. I'm okay with you working.
That's a weird thing to say after telling me over and over again that you will divorce me if I don't behave.
So what? I was just speaking out of anger.
Also, there are plenty of really good reasons to get a divorce. Your attitude, for one. Your affair, for two.
What? What affair?
Go into the bedroom and look at what's on the bed.
What the hell is all this?
Those are pictures of you and your girlfriend. Obviously.
What? I can't believe you took all these.
Isn't that woman your boss?
What?
You've been cheating on me with your boss.
How did you even find out? You're at home all the time.
I'm not as stupid as you like to think I am. Do you really think after all these nights of you going out and not coming home that I wouldn't get curious? I decided to follow you the other night and it was just as I suspected. It's not like I really care though, since you're such a horrible husband anyway.
Hold on a second. This is crazy.
I also have a lawyer. I'm prepared for this divorce and have proof.
A lawyer? Already?
I told you I'd been speaking to one. I just called her up and told her I want to go for it. You should get yourself a lawyer too. You're going to need one.
Ava, you can't do this to me. Please, you've got this all wrong. There's been a huge misunderstanding between us. I didn't have an affair, I promise. The pictures just look bad and it's just the angles making everything look suspicious. I was only with her because it was an after-work party. I just got a message from the president of the company about this. I'm in huge trouble and I don't know what to do. I'm going to be fired. I can't lose my job. This is bad. Really bad. I don't want to be fired. I've worked so hard to get where I am. Please help me, Ava. My future is in your hands. I'll be a really good husband from now on. I'll stop drinking and I'll come home and have dinner every night with you. I'll treat you so much better, I promise. Don't you love me? Please don't go through with the divorce. Ava, I love you. Why won't you answer me?
Lucas and his boss were both soon fired after the president of the company found out about the affair. Of course, Ava was the one who contacted him about it. Ava left Lucas with hardly a penny to her name, only the promise of a new job and a future divorce settlement. She never returned home to Lucas. Ava stayed with Kari until she was able to get a place of her own. Ava is really good at her job, and Kari was happy to have Ava working again by her side. Ava is enjoying her new life and freedom from her husband. On the other hand, Lucas is struggling to keep up with bills after losing his job. His affair went public, and it's been harder for him to find a job that will accept him. He fell into a depression and started drinking more to forget his mistakes. He regrets not being a better husband to Ava. Soon, he will meet the same fate he threatened her with, living on the streets with nowhere to go. Be careful what you wish for and how you treat people. The outcome may not be what you expect. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.